Hello, what's up you guys? It's Hannah. Welcome back. I have not uploaded in quite a while. My gap year is over now. So obviously I haven't been uploading much. But my life has been going on, as life always does. So yeah, I thought I would just film a little comeback video for you guys, just to tell you what's been going on, and also like start a new kind of facet to this channel because I am no longer in my gap year. This is actually also the first point and like kind of the main point which this video is gonna revolve around. Also, I'm having this like it's really cheap. It's 26 cents, but it's so good and it's been keeping me alive. I am studying. And currently, I don't know if you have noticed this, probably, but this is a location change. I am currently in my dorm room at my university. So I moved out. I'm no longer living at home, which is, I'm gonna get to that later. Yesterday, I finished my first term of my first year as a bachelor student. Yes, so exams are done. I can now hopefully focus a bit more on YouTube as well because I really want to keep you guys posted. The concept kind of changed because I'm no longer a gap year student, and this is kind of the reason I started this channel. Yeah, so first term uni done, check. Very happy because now we're having like a little break, like not really, we have like lectures on Monday, but I have the long weekend now, so that's good. Yeah, I had exams. I had the first week of exams, which was pretty crazy. It has been pretty okay so far. Exams are very different in university. Like, wow, maybe if you want me like to do that, I could do like a separate video on that to like tell you how that went from my perspective. But yeah, uni. Okay, so it's actually crazy. I've been here for 3 months. Yeah, 3 months. A little more than 3 months actually, so that's pretty insane. Time is flying by so quickly, and it's like there's something going on every single day. Like, it's insane. Also, yeah, if you're wondering why I like keep looking down, I have like a sheet of like notes here. So yeah. So honestly, I think how I can like best summarize it is just when I arrived, everything, I mean, I knew that, but like I expected that everything's gonna be new. It's a new city, like a new country, a new city, just new people, new everything. And especially from like a year without really studying for anything, really used to studying anymore, and obviously uni means studying and a lot of it. So what I sort of heard from people were like, oh yeah, uni is gonna be like a lot of studying, it's gonna be very different from high school and everything that you're used to, and it really is. Like, uni is a lot of work. I mean, it always depends what you study. Speaking of, if you guys want like an informative video of what I'm studying, where I'm studying, like country and city and stuff, then I can do that for you. If you guys want that, if there is demand, then I shall film that. I'd love to. So there's that. Okay, so first I'd like settle in. My university offered a lot of like organizational weeks where you can just meet people at events, which is awesome because, I mean, when you come here and especially when you're international, you don't really know anyone, and then you are kind of forced to meet new people. I mean, I wanted to, of course. And it also always depends on where you live. I live in a student association, so student accommodation, and I always see like people every day on a daily basis, so that like study here at my university, so that's like, it's pretty nice. But like one of the other things was that I'm just not used to studying anymore. Like, I just wasn't. I would have never ever thought that a gap year could like affect it this much, because it really has, like, just like how the person is just conformed to like having a routine, something that I completely abandoned when I started my gap year. I wasn't aware of it, and I gradually noticed like, oh, dang, where's my routine? Like, where'd it go? So I kind of like accepted that and just went with it, and now it's time to like build that routine up again, especially because if you study like in a foreign country, then you are sort of like on your own with a few things, and there's just no one that like tells you to do things anymore. So you really have to get your shit together. Like, that's something I really noticed here. And I mean, I have roommates and like housemates and dorm mates and stuff. I do have that, but it's not the same like as living in a family. It's definitely not. And that is something, I think, one of the first things I like tripped over when I came here. So it was like time, like managing time, the new like social life you're sort of thrown into. I mean, it's really nice actually, because everyone is in the same situation, so everyone is kind of like really keen to make friends, and it's more of like that you want to meet new people and not stay with like the same people. There's also like a challenge that comes with it, but definitely for me, I think the first issues were like, whoa, not living with family anymore, whoa, new country, and just like the usual things when you move to a new country. And I've never lived outside of my home country. Like, I mean, apart from my gap year when I stayed a month in Paris. I also filmed the video on that, and I will link that also below in the description box if you want to check that out. I like talked about my month in Paris and why I did it and how it was for me and stuff. So that was like my only time really living outside of my my home country. And I've also we never really moved that much like with my family, so I've never, or changed schools, so that was like a completely new scenery for me here. Like the aftermath of the gap year really came to show in the past weeks, because I had to really get my shit together to like stay on track with things, study, get used to a few things. About my course, I'm like really, really happy with my choice. Like, the first week of uni was very overwhelming for me, to be honest, because, real talk, I sort of thought it was like, the first week of high school where everything's really chill and you're just like, whatever, like, they're just introductory sessions and people are very chill about everything. Yeah, uni isn't like that. Like, and I feel like in the first weeks, they impose, like, so much content on you, like, so many things that you just have to deal with, and then you have to like figure out which like learning style is best for you, because there are lectures, tutorials, seminars, like self-study, like all of these possibilities, and you have to like find out which one suits you best. And that was really, really overwhelming for me. Like, real talk, it was really, really overwhelming. But yeah, that's just something that just comes, with like studying and everything. I was very lazy. Like, I'm working on that right now, but I was lazy. Like, my gap year made me lazy in terms of discipline, in terms of like routines. I think a lot for me right now is like about adaptation, because I need to just adapt to a lot of things that are just happening right now. And even though uni is very like individual, it does like require a lot of things that you have to do. I mean, that's also very individual, like depends on your course, depends on you as a person as well, how you like deal with it. But I think uni imposes quite a lot on yourself. You really learn a lot about yourself. You really like, it's just a learning process. It's just a learning curve, honestly, and it starts pretty steep and then it goes. Another thing I wanted to talk about is student life. If you really dive into the student life, like some people don't really, because I feel like, if you study in the country or in the city where you live and you can still live with your family, you don't have that. You don't have the whole package of the student life, you know what I mean? Like, I'm here, I'm not, like, I'm away from my family, I'm in a different country, in a different city, and I'm living alone, like with dorm mates, but like alone, actually. Like, I have my own room, but honestly, if you really like dive into student life completely, accept the full package, and like, or not even if you have, like, I didn't even have the choice, like, it's just like, I'm studying here, I'm gonna be alone, so I'm gonna have this full student life package. Like, your social life, first of all, I mean, the first weeks are usually about like meeting people and getting to know as many as you can, and just finding people that like fit you, that you what's the word I'm looking for? You match well with. I'm looking for a specific word. What is it called? Compatible. Like people who you are compatible with. And then it's sort of like when studies actually start, you sort of notice like, whoa, it's not only about going out, and it's like, of course there are so many events, and especially, I mean, that really depends on the city where you study, but for example in the city where I'm studying, there is always, like, at any point in time, also Sunday, I don't know, at like 5 p.m. there is an event, like in some bar or some club or whatever, social drinking event. Like, there is always something going on, and it has been the hardest challenge for me to not have FOMO. And like, the reason why I put that in the title as well is because it has been huge for me. Like, fear of missing out, like if you don't know what FOMO is, it's fear of missing out, and it's just, it really hits you when you're like susceptible to that, because I am, and it's really hard to like divide that. I mean, that has a lot to do with like how you discipline yourself, and just how you manage yourself, how you manage your time, self-control. But yeah, like that definitely like comes to show. So like FOMO is definitely real, and it will be like on you to conquer that, because on one way or another you will have to. Like, it's not possible to go to every freaking event in the city, or to go to everything even if you really want to, and simultaneously manage awesome GPA. Like, that doesn't work. And for me, I feel like it's the same, like it should have been the same in high school, but for some reason I didn't really like take it that way. Think of like coming back to student life package, like everything, just like, there are days obviously where you're just so overwhelmed, just so exhausted, like the times where I just come home and just fall on my bed, like knock out, like that just, it happens so often because there's always something going on. There's always like, there are always people who like, I don't know, are down to chill, are down to like order food or anything. Like, it's just always something, so you really, the amount of times I'm exhausted. But at the same time, it's also an incredibly crazy time, because I feel like so many people say, oh, university is gonna be, or college is gonna be like most fun time of your life, it's gonna be crazy. And honestly it is, and it has been, and it's just, wow, it's just it's a lot, like, but yeah, it's really crazy. I think I'm so grateful that like I have this opportunity. I think that's also something that like really makes these uni, or like the bonds with people you get to know at uni, makes these bonds really concrete, is the fact that you really go through highs and lows. And especially if you see them on a daily basis, then that's really gonna solidify like the friendship, and that's something I've been experiencing here. Also, something that really happens, like your social life, like the spheres, like they really switch, like they just, everything is just, yeah, just turn around and mixed, and just everything's new. That's actually what I want to say, like everything's new, everything's all at once, everything happens like in the moment, and it's like just crazy. So I think that's that. I hope this has been insightful to you. Yeah, I have to kind of think about how I'm gonna do this from now on, because I really do want to keep you posted on like my uni life. So if you want that, if you're interested in that, then please let me know. Feel free to follow me on my Instagram page. I will link that right here. Also, if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel if you want to see more. You will find the subscription button down below. So that'd be really nice if you guys want to see more. Then I know that I will do more of this. And yeah, I hope that this video was insightful to you one way or another. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day, night, evening. Thanks again for watching, and I shall see you soon. Bye!